According to analysis cited by Harvard's Kennedy School, about 24% of people over 50 who get laid off never work again. 1 in 4. That's what you're up against, and it's why you're not crazy for feeling afraid. You didn't just lose a job. You lost the version of yourself that other people believed in. Face it, you had it sorted. You were nearly there. You were the person people looked at and thought, he's okay. He's got it figured out. Just a few more years and he's done. That person. Gone overnight. And now you have to tell people. Not all at once. You probably kept it quiet at first. Told only the closest of friends. Maybe you gave vague answers when anyone asked how things were going. Because saying the words out loud, actually saying, I lost my job, to another person, that just brings it home to you. Saying it out loud feels like being back in that room where it happened, because that's the moment it becomes real again. I know, because I did exactly the same thing. I kept it quiet and told almost nobody, not because of the practicalities, but because of the weight of it, the fear of disappointing my closest friends. Here's what I want you to hear right now. That instinct to hide it, to keep it close, to not say the words yet, that isn't weakness. That's a completely rational response. People get pushed out after 50 for all kinds of reasons. Restructuring, budget cuts, a new leadership team that wants to bring in their own people in, maybe a culture shift that suddenly makes 20 years of experience feel like a liability, or a performance excuse that has nothing to do with your actual performance. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with how good you are, but that doesn't stop you from wondering, and here's what nobody talks about. Whatever the reason, whatever the official explanation, the results tend to be the same. It hurts like hell, and it feels personal, and it can be isolating. Carrying something that heavy in silence for weeks or months does something to you that goes well beyond the practical worry about what comes next. A UC Berkeley School of Public Health study found that among Americans who lost a job in their 50s or later, that job loss accounts for 11% of the burden of clinically relevant depressive symptoms in that group. That is a clinical thing. What you're feeling isn't weakness. It isn't self-pity. It is a medically significant response to a significant event. And if you're wondering whether any of this was personal, whether something about you made you a target, like your age, consider this. According to AARP, 64% of workers over 50 have either seen or experienced age discrimination. Nearly 2/3. Age is one of the most common reasons people get pushed out and one of the least talked about. What you have been carrying has a name. It's shame. And there's nothing shameful about it after what you've been through. It's not easy to deal with the practical side of losing a job. It's hard, but it's concrete. Update the resume, work the network, apply for positions. These are steps you can take. What's harder to deal with is the question that arrives with it, the one that keeps you awake at night, the one that isn't about logistics at all. Can I actually do this again? Not whether you'll find something eventually, but whether you've still got it, whether the skills you spent 20 or 30 years building still mean anything in a market that looks completely different from the last time that you had to compete in it, whether the next interview panel, probably younger than you, is going to see what you're worth. That's the real fear, not looking backward, but forward. And it's completely rational given what you're up against. There's a version underneath that too, the one that wonders whether the people who made this decision saw something you couldn't see yourself, whether somewhere in the excuse they gave you there was a grain of truth. I want to be straight with you about that one. For most people watching this, it wasn't a performance issue. The excuse was a cover story for something else entirely, I know because the reason given to me had nothing to do with what I actually delivered. I knew it at the time, and knowing that didn't make the forward fear disappear. The sooner you can answer the real question, not whether you deserve this, but what do you do next, the better. Staying frozen is not a neutral position. Every day still, the runway gets shorter, if you even have a runway. The bills pile up. The mortgage doesn't get paid, if you still have one. The savings go in one direction, down. And the longer it continues, the fewer options you have. That's not a scare tactic, that's just the maths. You can't fix what was done to you. That's gone. But you can fix the direction you're pointing from today. And I'm not talking about throwing yourself straight back into a job search if you're not ready. If you've just been pushed out and you're still in the thick of it, give yourself the time you can afford to grieve. It might be a week, it might be a month. Only you know what your situation allows. But then do one thing, something achievable, something that means tomorrow you're one step further forward than you are today. The emotional weight is real, but so is the financial one. And the sooner you look at the numbers, the more control you get back. I made a video about exactly that, sitting at my desk, doing the math on how long I could last. Link is on the screen now. Here is where I am right now. I'm 9 months into this. I don't have all the answers. I haven't landed on the other side with a neat conclusion, a definite answer. I'm still in it, which means everything I've said in this video, I'm living alongside you. Not past tense, present tense. Here's what 9 months look like from the inside. It's better than it was. Not because everything's resolved, not because the fear disappeared, or the forward questions got easier to answer, but because I kept moving. I found a direction. I built something, this channel, that gave me a purpose when everything else felt uncertain. And that one thing, that one direction changed the weight of everything else. Your something will look different from mine, but the principle is the same. One step, then another. The direction matters more than the destination right now. 6 months from now, if you keep moving, you will not be where you are today. Not a promise about the job, a promise about the weight. You are not alone in this. More people than you know are sitting exactly where you are sitting right now, feeling exactly what you are feeling, asking exactly the same questions. That is why I am building this community, so we can share our own experiences with each other. A place to connect at a time you need it most. You're not alone. Download the First Things First Job Loss Guide and sign up for the newsletter. They are both completely free. The links are in the description below. Cheers.
Empower over 50 now. Stand up tall and take your bow. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. This is your triumphant hour.